A very good evening to you all, and welcome to A Date with a Dinner Set, program 48. We are approaching middle age, as it were, program 50 in 2 weeks' time. It's very exciting. The program obviously is approaching middle age. Some of us are approaching middle age from the other direction. It was very nice to sort of have a little chat in my chat room, and I thought, I better check the clock, and chatting away to you all. Lo and behold, it's 6:30. You're very welcome, whether you're listening live or on the catch-up. Wherever you are in the world, you are most welcome. Today, to our rather soggy sonic selection of songs. But I do hope we bring some happiness and some cheer into your lives wherever you are. It's been a funny week, hasn't it? But I do hope you've had as relaxing a day as I've had. You're most welcome to the programme, and I do hope you enjoy what we play for you this evening. So the piano is ready, the equipment looks like it might be ready. You're here, I'm here, coffee's made. What more could you ask for, eh? Don't answer that. Well, you can answer. Do chat away in the chat room if you're with us live. Good evening, Italy. Hello, lovely to see you. And Finland, good evening. Apparently it's quite hot in Egypt, my friends tell me. But then it always is, isn't it? Anyway, enjoy the programme. Let's get this show on the road. Well, I'm glad it's warm in Finland. I hope you like that little touch of irony to begin with. Um, yes, it would be nice if it were like last May, wouldn't it? I was going to say last September because that's what it feels like. But indeed, who was Hannah? You were first with that, closely followed by Mark, and then Miles. Indeed, Mr. Turville Younger from Kiss Me Kate from 1948 by Cole Porter. It's too darn hot, if only. The Suffolk Sunburn. Actually, I'm very pleased to see you both, Miles and Bob. I didn't even know that 2G had got to Barry's cottage in Walberswick. That's fantastic. Yes, so it's very nice to see you. You might have to be fairly quick off the mark if you want to play in the game. I know what the signal's like around there, and I just hope it improves by October, because allegedly I've got a live gig in Southwold in I was going to say next month, in October. Well, could as well be next month anyway. That was our starting one. And depending where you are, certainly in most of the UK, it's been rather damp and grey and snowy. Not snowy, well, it could be. Hail, wind, the whole gamut, except the sun. It's most bizarre, isn't it? I think we were really spoiled last year, and perhaps it was a very good thing when that first lockdown happened. Keep pedalling away, Miles, and it's a good job you had that knee done, chap. That will aid your pedalling, methinks. So I thought I'd brighten up proceedings with a nice bright tie by the Memphis Company this evening. So, indeed, that was It's Too Darn Hot by Cole Porter, and on we go to our next song. Hannah, I could not possibly say. Fantastic. So Miles and Barb up in dear Walberswick. Has Barry installed Wi-Fi? That's what I want to know. Hello, Simon. Oh, Anne, you sent me an email. You could ask Simon to ask Helen your question, or I can do it when I see Simon soon. Anyway, it's very nice to see. It was indeed, David. It was the wonderful George Gershwin, and it was indeed, as Miles, closely followed by Simon, and possibly at the same moment, possibly Simon before, depends on the speed of the Wi-Fi. A foggy day, which had in brackets "in London town" as its sort of subtitle, referring to the pea supers of London, written in 1937 for the film Damsel in Distress. Boom, boom. I like it. I like it very much. Yes, I'm intrigued as well. Maybe we better do it by email rather than publicly on Tinternet, because whilst you're all chatting away, there are some lurkers, because we've got apparently 35 people somewhere. But I know people sometimes don't like to speak up in case they get quipped at, which they probably will. It was indeed a foggy day, 1937. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you very much for whoever pressed the thumbs up like button before we'd even started. I was most honoured about that, because we did go through a time, I don't know if you remember, I think it was around about November, December, where sorry, it makes me laugh now, where people would actually thumbs down the programme before it had even aired, which I thought was fantastic. We had a little troll. We seem to have got rid of him or her, whoever it was. Anyway, we're here. We're having a nice time. That is the main thing. So, I'm looking down my list of songs today. I'm looking at the age of the songs. We've got some real golden oldies, and that's just you lot. So, I do hope you enjoy what we're playing tonight. I've got to finish this coffee because it's got to that temperature. You know that temperature? Critical temperature. So do keep chatting away. Wow to the Wi-Fi. Just wow. Well, good evening, Marwan in Egypt. And I know in Hurghada it's over 30 degrees. Fantastic. You're very kind. And good evening, Spain. Good evening, Maria. Gosh, are we cosmopolitan? Yes. And good evening, Stuart. It's very nice to see you, chap. I hope all the lads are well. Yes, somewhat prophetically, I decided that one was going to be on the cards tonight. In fact, let's face it, it didn't actually take much planning, did it? Just looking at the weather app. Here's that rainy day, and sure enough, it is, isn't it? Wonderful song from 1953 by the great Jimmy Van Heusen. And it's one of my favourite old ballads. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And the version I love particularly is the version by Nat King Cole. But that was indeed Here's That Rainy Day from 1953. So can we just pause a minute to, well, we're going to anyway, whether you like it or not. So I want to talk about live music a little bit because, you know, with our next sort of lockdown easing happening tomorrow, unless something's happened, I've not read the news today, things are starting to open up. I'm getting some provisional bookings for things. But I want to just say that this week, I've had an amazing week. The last few days, I've had the great privilege of doing some live accompanying work at the local university and meeting some students who have not actually performed live for over a year. And it's been absolutely incredible working with them and rehearsing with them, and them being, first of all, very nervous, but then so quickly getting back their performing roots. And for me, as an accompanist, to sort of work with people again live and kick off ideas, it's been absolutely stunning. Miles, I had heard that about Bolton. Anyway, that was just a little segue there about live music, and that's partly why I am beaming like the proverbial Cheshire cat this evening, because I am enlivened by live music. I know we're live now, and you are a very special audience. Hello, Marion. It's lovely to see you. It's okay, my darling. Have you made me a black coffee? Because mine's just run out. If not, can you pop it round? Tout sweet. Merci. Enjoy the next song. It's not long till we get on to alcohol with some of you, is it? Fantastic. I am. Brother Mark, can you help Leslie out if you're still in the chat room? Lovely. That's nice. Thank you, Daisy, on tech support. Ah, do you know, the only dry thing in this part of the world is your humour in the chat room. Hello, Tamsin, down in Petersfield. Indeed, I've not seen a rainbow. Plenty of rain. Maybe. Keep listening, Mrs. Bland. You never know. What were we talking about? You're all talking about Adnams Gin. I'm very pleased to hear that the Adnams Brewery is a nice little advert for them in Southwold. Is still going. Fantastic. Ah, Brother Mark, if you're there, can you text Leslie or something? Help her out. Yeah? I can't help. Sorry, I'm a bit busy, a bit tied up at the moment. It's been one of those weeks, a bit busy. Can I just remind you that at the end of the month, on Saturday the 29th, I am doing an organ concert. The end of month concert is an organ concert. Sounds organic. Boom, boom. And I'm really excited about that. And my great friend Simon Hancock is actually in the chat room this evening, and it's courtesy of Simon, who is Director of Music at St Matthew's, and his good lady wife Helen, who is the team vicar there, that I'm able shortly to go up and practice the organ and rehearse for that. So that's going to be really exciting. Hannah, I think that's possibly the most helpful comment we've had so far. Dear, oh dear, this tech support, it's getting crazy. Anyway, that's at the end of the month. Lots of things happening before then. You lot, you're crazy. You're crazy. It's fantastic. Nice, nice. Even better suggestion. Can you throw it out of my window at the Fox? We'll talk more about foxes later. But that was indeed Somewhere Over the Rainbow. By the wonderful Harold Arlen, written in 1939 for the Wizard of Oz film. And I may have said this before last time I played it. That song was very nearly not in the Wizard of Oz. I know, shock horror. It's the main song, isn't it, really? But it was thought that the film was overly long, and that putting that song in at that point slowed down the action. And that's why it was happening. Okay, so speaking of advertising, so we're now advertising Leslie's posh Bose speaker. Fantastic. Are you in orbit, Leslie? I mean sonically, not... Yeah. Yes, Daisy, you were. Well done. Have a brownie point. It's a crazy day. It's a crazy day, isn't it? I think we should have some more music, and as long as we've sorted out Leslie, you can go back to talking about whatever rubbish you were talking about before and enjoy our next song. Welcome back, Leslie. It's lovely to see you connected to the sound. Um, yes, indeed. Um, I thought we could dream about California. Tamsin, I hope that was a nice bit of trompy music for you. Or maybe you were doing a dance in the rain down there with Skylar. Who knows? Um, it was indeed, for all of you that said, you've just gone out of my window so I can't see. It was indeed California Dreaming. All the leaves are brown, winter's day, all that sort of thing. Written by John and Michelle Phillips, who they wrote it actually before they formed the Mamas and the Papas. It was their version, though, Mamas and the Papas, in 1965, which is the most famous version. And yes, my friend in Egypt, I will send you a link to that song. Of course I will, yeah. No, Daisy, you're quite right. Oh, aren't we a chatty lot this evening? How lovely. I think certainly for those of us who've been experiencing this sort of miserable, dark, grey, wet weather, it's nice just to sort of do something different, sort of relax and sort of chat a bit. It's just really nice. Yeah, I said we were going to... Hello, Dane. Hello, my friend. You said you'd tune in. Good for you. Indeed. I am a tie collector, Dane. I have 865 ties because I was made an extra one as a Christmas present from somebody in America. So there we go. Anyway, Dane, it's really nice to see you, chap. Well done. Can we talk about foxes? You know, we've had this ongoing thing, haven't we? It went away because of my, shall we say, treatments. It's back. It's back, and it's digging its little paws in everywhere still. And it amuses me as I go out every morning to see where's it been digging next. And it's a sort of cat and mouse game. Well, cat and fox game or whatever. I'm going to win. I am going to win, I tell you. So I'll keep you updated on the fox. Whilst we're having updates, I've been meaning to do this for a while. I needed to update you on the poinsettia. We haven't heard about the poinsettia, have we? The reason is the poinsettia's not been very well. Poinsettia, I think, is died, is deadorated. That, unless there are any amazing gardeners out there that can tell me that that thing is going to live, I think we have to say farewell to our friend, the poinsettia. It's been a faithful friend on this show, as you know, since before Christmas. It's very sad, but I wanted to show you before I composted it or ate it or threw it at a fox or something like that. Right. Okay, Kate, I will try Jay's fluid. That sounds quite drastic. I think it's dead. It's gone. You're right. Farewell. So, here we go. Please don't start arguing. I think we're joking. We're all joking. We love foxes. I love foxes in the right environment, not when they're digging up my bowling green, my cricket green. I want to play balls in the summer. Indeed, Brother Mark, it is an ex-poinsettia. It did. It was a little sort of marker as we went through, wasn't it? I know. We should have an ode, shouldn't we? Ode to poinsettia. Anyway, we're going to go on with the music, and Brother Mark is now going to quote every sketch from Monty Python, I believe. Anyway, please enjoy the... Oh, yes, Maria, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Not if you've had too many wines, though, before, because I think you'd lose. Right, let's get on with the music. Let's get off foxes and poinsettias and things like that. We're back onto the wildlife, aren't we? Miles, I rather like that as a title for a song, "Enemies from Heaven." I rather like that. Oh, Maria's been on the sangria. September in the rain. I know what you mean. It's fine. And Barb's got bunnies in the garden, as it were. Fantastic. But it was indeed September in the rain. I know it's not September, but it blooming well feels like it, doesn't that? Oh, hello, John. That's an interesting idea. About the poinsettia. I'm not sure it's got anything in it, even poison now. It's so decorated. Here we go. Hannah's not a violent person. You heard it here, folks. And I'm sure Matthew and Kate can confirm that as well. Hello, Susan. Deer, squirrels, bunnies. Oh, that must be a lovely sight. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good church service. A bunny cafe? What on earth is a bunny cafe in Finland? Is it something special? Is it unique to Finland? A bunny cafe? Oh dear. What a laugh. Anyway, that was September in the Rain by Harry Warren, written in 1937. And it seemed, yes, Jill, indeed, it's damp and it makes us feel cold and miserable, but we're happy here, aren't we? We're bright and we're happy, we're cheery, we're full of the joys of spring and all of that sort of thing. If you haven't done so already, if you're new to the channel and you feel like subscribing, then please do. And if you want to get notifications of when things are happening, then you need to press the little bell icon and all the magic will happen. And boom, boom. There we go. So as I said at the top of the programme, I'm saying this for the people that were late, as usual, into the chat room. This is programme 48 in 2 weeks' time. We will reach programme 50, which is a very exciting time. And we're going to have an extended programme. We're going to have an hour and a half on whenever it is, Sunday the 30th. Because there's lots to show you. We're going to take a little look back at some of the lowlights, but some of the highlights from the programme since we first started broadcasting at the beginning of June last year. I've got some things to show you. So many, many, many coffees down the road, many, many, many ties down the road. Here we still are, a date with a dinner set. And indeed, whatever happens with lockdown, whatever the virus has in store for us, a date with a dinner set will always be broadcasting at 18:30 British British summertime. You can be assured of that. I'm coming over now. Am I allowed to come to Finland? Are you green? Are you on the green list? Yeah, it's interesting, Miles. I was reading on some weather site today, describing what spring should be like, because we're obviously still in spring. And the description it gave about it being calm and dry didn't seem to bear a relation to what was going on. Don't be sorry, Susan. I'm really happy for you. Fantastic. Rhododendrons. I know what they look like. It sounds wonderful. Send me a picture. I'd love to see them. I do love those things. Shrubs, bushes, trees. I know what they look like. And they're very lovely. Anyway, I think we should have some more music. We're all very chatty this evening, and that is, of course, fantastic, but we're here to have music, aren't we? Let's have some more. I'll get a plane from Finland, Susan. Is that okay? Yeah, I've got it worked out. So plane to Finland, go to the Bunny Cafe, then pop over to yours, see the rhododendrons, the deer. Sorted. I'm on my way. In fact, I could come now if you'll excuse me. I've got my passport ready somewhere. Anyway, more music. So the burning question after playing that is, how did we get onto penguins in the chat room? Yes, you've gone right off my screen, whoever guessed that correctly first. I know what you mean, Miles, but it is quite Gershwin-y, Porgy and Bess-y, but Hannah is correct. It was indeed stormy weather. Is there a theme going on this evening? I don't know. I couldn't say. And quite correctly, Hannah has added that it was a standalone song written by the wonderful Harold Arlen, who obviously composed Somewhere Over the Rainbow that we heard earlier. It was a sort of torch song, really. It gave a bit of hope. But it's a beautiful song, and obviously it's been covered by all the greats. And you're so chatty tonight. I haven't got time to play. I want to talk to you all. Hello, Martin, in the Global Village. Fantastic. Indeed. Everyone's admiring my Elgato, my Stream Deck. Yes, I've really got the hang of it now, I think. I'm prepared for any emergency. Well, actually, if we had a sort of lightning and it cut out the power, I don't think I could cope with that. Well, I'd probably still be playing. You'd just be sitting there chatting about penguins and things. Anyway, we've reached that stage where we've got 2 more songs to go, but I just want to flag up with you, particularly as I know John Yeomans is in the chat room, that this coming Wednesday the 19th, from 11 till 12, it is our monthly charity coffee morning, Coffee on the Keys, running from 11 till 12, takes place on the 3rd Wednesday of every month. And for the last couple of months, we've been raising money for a fantastic local charity called Rent Start, who help the homeless and vulnerably housed. And I'm absolutely over the moon, cock-a-hoop, to say, in fact, my screen is wrong. It says we've currently raised 360, but we've actually raised, I believe, 380, and I would love us to get to 500. So this Wednesday, 11 till 12, do join me, and instead of going to any of those nasty coffee shops, even though it's exciting to be able to go into one from tomorrow, why not put the cost of a cup of coffee in the pot for Rent Start? I will send you the link on Wednesday with how to donate to Rent Start. We are keeping that Just Giving pot for Rent Start open until the 31st of May. I would so love us to get to 500 to help such a wonderful charity. So that's coming up this Wednesday. But meanwhile, back in the room, have you stopped talking about... Oh, we're on to weather now. Gosh. And Hannah's wearing down her battery, going through all her emojis on that one. Yes, this Wednesday, Bob. Wednesday the 19th, the third Wednesday of every month. Anyway, we have 2 more songs to go. So I hope you enjoy the next one. Absolutely, John. And I know you and the whole team there do amazing work. And I'm so looking forward to meeting the crew at some point for a real coffee. But do come to Coffee on the Keys, catch up on the catch up. You can donate at any time, and I'll give you the link to that so you can do that. Oh, well done, Leslie. You're going to be jabberated. Well, as a true Scot, I mean, I know you're quite often jabberated, but there we go. Excellent. Why not during the meetings, Bob? Listening during, you know what Zoom meetings are like, and if you're having real meetings, it's terribly boring. It's much more interesting to have some music and a cup of coffee, or 6. What are you talking about now? Moomims. Sounds vague. Is it? It must be before my time. I'll look it up. What I did spy during that was a very interesting comment from Leslie, which I think rather sums it up about being completely jabberated. Well done, Hannah, for picking up on that one. So that was indeed Singing in the Rain. Of course, we all remember it. Well, some of you remember it from the actual year, I know, but we know it from 1952 from the musical film Singing in the Rain with Gene Kelly. However, the song was actually written in 1929. Yeah, 1929, so it's older than that. Maria's on the whiskey. No, you're not getting raindrops because we had that the other week. We don't like to repeat too often. We've got one more song to go, and sorry, Tamsin, I have to go a bit closer to read what that word says. A Hattie Fattener. Well, he's got the hat, boom, boom, but he's not very fat. I've got a really special treat for our last song this evening. Hopefully, it's going to cheer you up because, according to the weather site I was on, when we get to 1st of June, that is the start of meteorological summer. It's not that far away, and it doesn't feel that summery. But we are meant to be in spring, and it's meant to be a joyous occasion. Oh, I see what you mean, Jill. Yes, I interpolated it at the end. Indeed. Crikey heck is all I'm going to say to that, Leslie. Anyway, we're going to move on to our final song. And like I say, I've got a very special treat for you because for our final song, I want you virtually to give a very warm welcome to my great friend, my young bass player of 5 years, Mr. Monty Bland, who may or may not be around. I don't know. He's probably at school doing his homework. Anyway, for our final song, here's a little ditty that Monty and I recorded a few weeks back. I was down recording Monty's grade 8 double bass exam with him, in which he got a fantastic distinction, of course. And as a little sort of sweetener after we'd recorded the exam, we had a jam session and we just put the camera on. So without rehearsal, we did this. So I do hope you enjoy our last song and do give a very warm welcome. Mum Tamsin is in the chat room, I know, and it's possible that Grandma Janet is around as well. Give a very warm welcome to my great friend, Mr. Monty Bland. Indeed, thank you, Monty. I'm so proud. Only 17 years old, and I've had him as my bass player for 5 years. So proud to be associated with my almost nephew, Monty. Janet, I'm so glad, and I know you're a very, very proud grandmother as well. Yeah, that was no rehearsal. That was just busked from a sheet. That is some amazing talent. Pretty cool shirt as well. So that brings us to the end of program 48. I do hope you've enjoyed our little seasonal offering of mainly wet songs, but it seemed appropriate. Hi, Matthew. Good to see you. It was a lovely, lovely, jolly evening. I'm really cheered, and I've forgotten all about the weather. So just a little brief reminder then, if you can, do join us on Wednesday from 11 till 12 for Coffee on the Keys, our charity coffee morning. But meanwhile, wherever you are, at whatever stage in jabs, lockdown, whatever weather you've got, I do hope you are well and chipper. I've had a wonderful evening as always, and I have to say, you look absolutely fantastic. Do have a good week, and I look forward to having the pleasure of playing for you all again soon. Thank you so much for your company. Do take care. Bye.